Hey, I'm going to keep going with some hip hop, and I'm going to talk about Bay Area rap. The Bay Area is probably my favorite region overall in terms of rap music. And I've already talked about E40, Too Short, Spice One, SIBO, Yuckmouth, Associated Acts. There's some of my favorites and definitely some of the biggest names and some of the ones I had the most CDs by. So I've already talked about that, and we're going with some odds and ends. And once again, like my Houston videos, I got so much of this stuff on DVR, but we're just talking CDs here. So first one is The Album by The Federation. And The Federation are a rap group from Oakland, and all of their beats were done by Rick Ross, who was one of the most synonymous producers with the hyphy movement. And this album here actually even has the song Hyphy with E40, which is one of the staples or the calling cards of the genre. Next up, 457 is the Code by San Quinn. San Quinn has some amazing stuff back in the day, and this is older material. This is from 2000, but it's not one of his best. The reason why I bought this is mostly because I did spend about 48 hours in San Francisco, maybe 10 years ago, and I just felt it was appropriate to buy some albums by those artists from that area. And this was the best I could find that day. I bought it at that Rasputin superstore in downtown San Francisco. Drew Down, Pimpin' Fernalia. Drew Down is another Oakland rapper, and his early material is definitely his best stuff. But he worked with the Loonies a lot. He's also he has a couple, I think he's got one credit on Tupac's All Eyes on Me, but it's really just him kind of talking in the background. He was lucky enough to have his name in the notes there. All About You. That's the song. But again, this is no classic album, but Drew Down's got a unique style, and this is a cool CD. Time for something a little different. This is Sonic Jihad by Paris, who is also from Oakland, I believe. And this is a very political album by a very political rapper. This came out in 2003, a very anti-Bush, anti-war in Iraq thing. And I'm definitely not really into political music for the most part. But this CD was good, and he had a bunch before this that were also pretty quality, but I like Tear Shit Up and What Would You Do? Those are the standouts here. And guest appearances by actually fairly like-minded rappers, Dead Prez, Public Enemy, and Cam. The Cam that used to work with Ice Cube a long time ago. Brother Lynch Hung, Dinner and a Movie. Technically, Brother Lynch Hung is not from the Bay Area. He's from Sacramento, but sometimes that region gets lumped in together. And again, recent Brother Lynch Hung isn't great, but it's cool. It's interesting. It's different than most of the other rap that's out there. Snoop, Dazz, and Crook are even on here. Some names from the past. You got, First Degree, the DE. He's all over this thing. C Lim, wow, I forgot about him. Rapper called G Max, all over it. Brother Lynch Hung, I love the old stuff. The first two full-length albums, Season to Sickness and Loaded. Those are 10 out of 10 rap albums. I just don't have a copy of them, but check those out. Ant Banks, Big Things. Yet again, a rapper from Oakland. And I feel like Ant Banks was probably more well known as a producer, but he raps too. And this is just a fun, solid record of 90s Bay Area hip hop. This came out in 1997 on Priority. Who's on here? Got Ice Cube, Too Short, E40, Mac 10, King T, Spice One, Dub C, Ice-T, Tupac, Too Short, Rappin' Forte. So all those legends are here, and some lesser known names. Rappin' Forte, For the Hard Way. I put Rappin' Forte's Parole on my top 5 all-time Bay Area rap album videos, but this is another solid release. Came out on Ragtop and No Tribe in 1997. And I like Thinking About You, Lay Your Guns Down, Ain't Nobody Coachin', Player's Dedication, the first one, that's a standout. This is a great album, man. Rappin' Forte. One of names I think's been kind of forgotten. I remember he had a song on the Dangerous Minds soundtrack. I always think of that. It was called Problems, and it was a good one. Baby Bash, the Smokin' Nephew. Baby Bash was previously known as Baby Beesh, and I forget the deal with him. I feel like he's from the Bay Area, but he also always had periods where he seems to be mostly kind of operating out of the Houston area, just working with Houston artists and all that. And you know what? I should know that. I should know where he came from first. But this was his commercial breakthrough. And I guess in terms of mainstream success, he was kind of a one-hit wonder. There was a song, Sugar Sugar, that was big at the time. And that's pretty good for what it is. But this is actually a really good CD. The best songs on here: Image of a Pimp, Weed Hand, and Shorty Doo Wop. This was the follow-up album by Baby Bash, Super Saucy. And again, it's a little bit mainstream, but I've always liked his style. It's just laid back and cool. And the best song on here is definitely That's My Lady with Nate Dogg. There's another song I was looking for on here, but I think it's on a different album. Finally, Celly Cell, Killa Cali. This came out on Sick With It in 1995, and this is definitely considered a Bay Area classic. It's got his most well-known song, It's Going Down. For the Skrilla with E40 and Be Legit. The title track, Killa Cali. Red Rum with Spice One. Good stuff. And back around 2000, he put out an album called, I think, Deep Conversation. That was a really good one, too. But that's it for my first edition of Bay Area Odds and Ends. Thanks for watching.